What's up, guys? It's your girl Morgan, aka Morgs Too Much, and welcome to All the More Glam TV. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this purple smoky eye, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned to check out the full video. So to get started with this look, I am going in with my MAC Prep and Primer Natural Radiance Base. I love this primer. It leaves a little bit of shimmer on your skin, and it's also not too heavy, which is great for me because I do have oily skin, so I fight that throughout the day. I am now going in with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the matte and poreless foundation in the color Warm Sun. I love this foundation. It's from the drugstore. It's my everyday. It's just everything that I need for my skin, and I'm blending that out with my Big Beauty blender. Every girl needs a big beauty blender. So continuing outside of my normal makeup routine, I am now going to get started on my brows. I am also going to be using the Anastasia brow powder, which is really crazy because I'm not normally a brow powder type girl. When we first started doing eyebrows, like back in the day, probably, but historically, lately, I've been more of a pencil and a gel girl. So it was just really interesting to use the brow powder. It is a duo, so it comes with two different colors, a more deep dark chocolate and then a warmer chocolate. I tried to stick with the darker chocolate in the back of the brow, but I really needed some definition all over, so I ended up just kind of mixing and mingling between the two and kind of just chiseling out my look of the day. Now, what I do tell guys is, like, just do not be hung up on the shape of your brow when you're just, you know, shaping it out. I understand it's not going to be perfect. We don't expect it to be perfect, but let me share my trick. So instead of going in and shaping my brow with concealer, I go in and I shape my brow with my foundation. So I'm using the very same Maybelline Fit Me matte and poreless foundation in the color Warm Sun to go in and really structure out my brows. Now, this is not mandatory, and I'm not a professional makeup artist. This is just something that I found worked for me when I'm trying to create and clean up my brows, especially if I'm in the middle of growing them back in. It's just so much easier to go in with the foundation and kind of correct what I don't need. Once everything gets shaped up with the brows, I am going to obviously go in and highlight underneath. But I'm not going to be using my foundation for the obvious reasons. Oh, but first I have to get my finger in there. And hey, let me tell you, I don't care how professional of a makeup artist you are, your fingers get the job done sometimes better than a brush, okay? And I'm not too good to say it. So we're brushing in and just getting all the powder in together and touching it up just a few more times. I don't know. It's not a mandatory thing, guys. Again, this is just something that works for me, a best practice for me. So now I'm going to take the godly NARS concealer in the color Biscuit, which is medium dark. I absolutely love this concealer. Anytime that I'm out, I almost go into a panic. It is so creamy. And if you know NARS as a brand, then you know that the quality of the product is just amazing. I'm also going to be using this concealer as a primer and a base for our shadow look today. So once I get everything evenly applied to the lid, I'm going to blend it all out just to make sure that everything is smooth and we don't have any unwanted creases. And I'm going to bust out the holy grail. Guys, I love this palette. Ta-da! It is my Morphe Natural 350 palette, guys. I begged for this palette all Christmas and I got it. So I'm going to go in with the color Bake. And I'm going to just apply that. It's going to be my transition color. blend it in with my concealer, blend it into the rest of my eye, just to make sure that everything is everything. I always start with my transition color first. I don't know, it's just preferred to me. You know, it's not anything that you have to do. So next I'm going to be going in with the color Burnt Spice. Very, 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 very beautiful color. So anytime I do a smoky eye or anything like that, I like to give it a little tang, whether that be a bit of a red or a bit of an orange, just something to give it some warmth and some dimension. And I have chinky eyes too, so I kind of try to make my eyelid appear larger with the way I stack my shadow. Next, I'm going in with the color Cocoa, which is one of my regularly used colors out this palette. I use it for almost any and everything. Like, it might even be a regularly daily. I don't want to go so far as to say daily, but I love the color Cocoa. I'm just using that to warm up and give the color Burnt Spice a little bit of companionship there. You know, blend, 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 and painting your face. Literally, that's what you're doing. You're painting your face. Next, I'm going in with the Too Faced Pretty Mess palette in the color Fuck Frugal. And I can't make this up, guys. Like, that's really the color, and it's a burnt purple. Love purple. If you know me, that is my absolute favorite color, so I had to do it. And it just goes really nicely with the brown and the orange. So I went back in and kind of mixed in Cocoa with Burnt Spice and just kind of added some extra dimension there. I didn't want any of the colors to get lost in one another, so I had to bring them out. And there we go. You see, just a little bit goes a long way, guys. Mind you, like, you want to build up. Like, just when you're painting, you build up. You don't want to do too much and not be able to take it away. I'm now going back in and blending everything out because I like what I see. We like what we see. Oh. So now I'm going in to begin the highlight process of my face with Rimmel Stay Matte Concealer. Not 100% sure what color this is, but again, it's something that I use on the day-to-day. Anytime that I'm out, I can honestly say this concealer, as well as my Fit For Me foundation, I will hit up Walmart, Target, CVS, and I will grab that quick, fast, and in a hurry. Or if I'm on the road and I just totally forgot to grab my makeup, or if I'm running low, like, those are my go-to products. So as you can see, I'm just blending out my concealer, making sure that everything is smooth and we don't have any unwanted creases as we prepare for the next stage. So next I'm going in with my concealer stick from Fenty Beauty. Shout out to the girl Riri in the color Truffle. And I'm just kind of creating the contour of my face. My nose, which is obviously key contour areas, but I love this cream contour stick. Easy to apply, and I can literally carve out my face. And I'm blending in with my contour brush that I got from Walmart. I blend upwards because my face is kind of fat. And so I'm creating some dimension there with my contour. So I'll blend up to kind of decrease the size of my forehead. But, you know, whatever big forehead, big head girls are in, always have been, okay? And just blending up. I always blend up. And then taking that large beauty blender, which I love, has a flat side as well as a tip that can help me, like, precisely get my nose contour, because noses are a big deal, guys. So next I'm going in with my setting powder, which is from Too Faced, the translucent medium. My sister actually introduced me to this powder. I stole it from her room and then I had to go and get my own. But I love this powder because what I recently stopped doing is baking. I do not do a full-on bake. I will just take what I need and kind of compress it into my skin, and then I will wipe away the residue. It's not, again, ritual. You don't have to exactly do what I do, but it's just what works for me. And then also, this just sets in everything that we applied that was cream based. So I'm setting in my contour, I'm setting in my highlight, and I'm just accentuating all of those things. I'm gonna go in next and go over my nose contour and just really accent it again, because like I like to make somewhat of a triangle on my nostril and bring it to a tip. So personal things, you know. Next, I'm going in with my blush, which is from BH Cosmetics, the nude blush palette, 10 palette. I'm not quite sure what the names of those blushes are. I just kind of mixed around the palette and came up with something. I then am going in with my Artisan color baked bronzer. I got this from a drugstore, I think, and I am obsessed with it. Like, I use it on a regular. Anytime I wear it, I get many compliments. So here it is. There's the secret. The cat's out the bag. But you know, I also just kind of OD with highlights. So I am also going to go in with, you guessed it, another Fenty highlight. I'm going in with Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule, just giving it a mixture to kind of come up with something cute and creative and warm. So the holy grail, guys, what ties it all together, I am going to complete this look with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Gets you through any and every occasion. Yes, I said what I said. So here we are, guys. It's the final product. Close up to see what we have. And hello. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Oh, how could I even forget? These are my lashes, BLINKMorgglam lashes, 25mm lash strips in the style Allure, one of our best sellers actually. So thank you guys for watching this video. Comment, let me know.